Yanavanaka, Fiji, and welcome to the brunch. I'm Jacquee Speight.
And I'm Stanley Simpson. Thank you for joining us this morning. We hope you've had a great week so far.
And on the show this morning, we'll talk to our reporters out in the field, Ilaitia Ravuwai, on the high-profile cases that were before the courts this week.
Yeah, quite a bit to discuss there. As well as we'll cross to Lusi Banuve, our senior journalist who was on Bau Island yesterday covering the traditional ceremonies leading up to the end of the customary 100-day mourning period for the late former President and Speaker of Parliament, the Turanga Taukei Naisogolaca, Ratu Epeli Nailatikau.
And we'll also cross live to Shone, currently seconded to Pacifica TV in Auckland, New Zealand, for the duration of the Commonwealth Games. How exciting.
Yeah, showing off from there.
Yes, he is.
But first, let's take a look at the headlines this morning. On the MaiTV website, the court limits the use of Ravu diary. This is the Minister Calvet diary, who was the main prosecution witness, which many believe should be a big blow to the case, but we'll see how the judge rules. But they limited the use of his diary in the case of in the the trial, and we'll be discussing that with Ilaitia later on the show.
And on the front page of the Fiji Times, Rote Momo Kepa claims 16-year rule still haunts Taukei.
Yeah.
And in the Fiji Sun, officer under probe found dead.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. This officer under probe, because the police announced that yesterday that his body was found in Singatoka. I did see a sit-rep report that had come through. I mean, that wasn't supposed for us to see, but we get it.
Right.
That claim that he was taken in to the Singatoka hospital. There was talk of smell of liquor and all this, but all this is basically just being investigated. But the key point, and then we also heard this yesterday, and I thought it was just hearsay, but the Fiji Sun seems to have got enough information to put it on the front page.
Yes.
To say that he's actually from Lalami police station and was one of those under investigation for the late Police Constable Penya Siradangi. So
it's really interesting.
It's some connections there, and again, this is going to raise a lot of
yes, it will.
Conspiracy and
right out of the movies.
Well, if it is the same, there's some connection there that's going to cause alarm.
Yes,
is there something happening that we don't know?
That we don't know, and now and then you're going to have people question: is something trying to be covered up?
Well, that's been there for a long time now, that question about it. But it's quite strange connection to have. To have someone from two people now from the same police station.
From the same case.
From the same case
well,
passed away. So it could be just something innocent.
Coincidence.
Who knows? But it's being investigated.
Yeah.
And we really hope that there is some closure to this, because as you saw this week, Police Commissioner Tunravu saying that the case is further delayed because the Fiji Police Force doesn't have the forensic equipment to analyze the post-mortem.
Yeah.
And they have to send it to New Zealand. The files was given to the DPP on 14th June, over a month ago, to look at and come back with the prosecution. So they gave the revised, the reanalysis of the two who were initially charged and let go.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have the information that they needed, plus the possible involvement of police officers. So DPP hasn't made a decision. Now Tunravu has told us that analysis of the postmortem has gone again to New Zealand before they can make a decision. It's really making us, causing a lot of frustration. I saw a lot of the comments.
It's just long winding now. It's just...
We got to, and he did say that they have to go back to finance to talk about the importance of forensic equipment. You think in this day and age we need that equipment. It's there. Yeah. Whatever it costs.
Yeah.
Bring it in, because this is an issue that needs, when families have a loved one passed away, they want to see closure, and those involved brought to justice.
That is very, very true. Anyways, we cross now to
Ilaitia Ravuwai, who's at the courthouse. Oh, he's in Suva. Somewhere in Suva. Oh, you're in the office live.
Good morning, Ilaitia. How are you?
Morning, Stan. Morning, Jacquee. Yeah, there's apparently because there's no court case this morning for Manokam Kamila. That's why I'm here.
To go up till Friday,
Pursuing
right?
other leads rather.
Was it supposed to go up till Friday, or was it supposed to end yesterday?
Yesterday, because the defense, Wiley Clark, had filed a no case to answer and is asking the court to dismiss his case, Manokam Kamila's case rather, because the FICAC has basically not proven its case.
Let's go back to the beginning of the trial, and what was it like, that cross-examination? I didn't get to ask you earlier anyway, of when Wiley cross-examined Janet Mason. What was it like in the courthouse, and what are some of the key points that came out?
Well, these are two lawyers, highly qualified and cross-examining. One is bound to get tense and get mad at the process of how the defense was asking. Well, basically, what was highlighted in court on Tuesday, but before that, Stan, when we started on Tuesday, we spoke about how the FICAC amended charges for Mr. Kamkamila. Apparently, when we on the morning of the trial, FICAC had amended again for the second time charges that were laid. But again, this was in the particulars of offense. The only thing that was added there in the particulars of offense was Manoa Kamkamila between 1st of December and 31st March 2025 in Suva being lawfully sworn as a witness in a judicial proceeding, namely the Commission of Inquiry, on the appointment of Barbara Malimali as FICAC. The change there was which statement he knew to be false or did not believe to be true. That was the second amendment to the first amendment. But this, according to defense, they still wanted to go ahead because they knew that their case was really good. FICAC, in its main prosecution witness was Janet Mason. And while asking her questions, it lasted about 45 minutes. And then Clark had taken over, which lasted almost the entire day. And we came out of court at about 5:30. Both of them, Clark wanted Janet Mason to specifically say that the charges against Mr. Kamakamila was sort of a witch hunt, which is proven. And then we went over, was it the day yesterday or the day before that, Mr. Ravu, Kalveti Ravu, this is the former minister for fisheries and forestry. Apparently on the stand, he basically did not want to give evidence as to how Mr. Kamkamila had apparently the charge perjury. So he failed to name Mr. Kamkamila, who spoke to him, asking for an update. So they basically, when FICAC was asking the cases, in about 15 minutes, their case had fell apart. This is because Ravu had not wanted to say who were the government MPs that were asking him about the case. That brought about the introduction of the diary. And on the diary, on two specific occasions, he made reference, this is on July 8th and August 5th of 2024. He had made reference in the July 8th, his entry, that Professor Biman Prasad and Mano Kamkamila had approached him and to ask for an update on his case. This is the FICAC case where he was charged for abuse of office. He noted that down in his diary. The interesting bit was his entry on August 5th, where he had specifically written that this was during a parliamentary sitting in 2024, August 5th, in his diary entry, he had written that former Deputy Prime Minister Manokam Kimida had asked again for a update on his court proceedings, but not the second one. He also mentioned that Barbara Malimali was going to be appointed. Note, Barbara Malimali was appointed on September, and this entry is on August. That was in his diary. But the interesting bit there, in their closing submissions, the defense had said that no proof that Kamikamida's statement was false. Stan.
So, essentially, from what I gather, the magistrate ruled that what's written in the diary is not permissible. Is not
Yes.
cannot be used as evidence. It can be used
Collaborated.
maybe as part of their part of their case, but it's not permissible. What's the correct term that he was using?
That the diary entry cannot be collaborated because it was a one-man collaboration. If it, in fact, were two people agreeing to that fact, then they would have taken it as evidence. But because it was a diary entry, only Mr. Ravu could attest to that.
I mean, we can't make judgment and commentary here because I mean, it's the judgment still haven't been made, but it seems apparent that that was a hit to the prosecution case.
Yes.
The other thing I wanted to get back to Lay was that I saw from our reports from Wiley's questioning of Mason, trying to state that their whole case was based on a political theory, and the theory was that
That's right.
that they seemed to be pursuing. And when I was reading that, I linked it to what was the crocodile hunt, hunting crocodiles, find out who the crocodile statement by Justice Esther Lewis, where it was that seemed that the premise was that Manoa Kamikamido was trying to recruit Ravu to join him in the replacing, get the numbers to replace the prime minister. And I think Wiley went after that, plus the issue that Janet Mason did not disclose her own legal issues that she was facing in New Zealand.
That's right. In relation to the first bit, where the Prime Minister was trying to drain out the swamp and the crocodiles in it, and to the fact that Deputy Prime Minister Manokam Kamida was recruiting, particularly in this case, Kalveti Ravu, to support his bid for prime ministership. This was taken out of a transcript that was in the what's this? Commission of Inquiry. Not necessarily true, but Manoka is said. It's copied in the transcript that this was no more than a nonsense and a bid to overthrow the prime minister. This is Stephen Rubuka. This was all highlighted in the trials in COI. Stan.
Yeah, so an interesting case. So they then filed no case to answer. As soon as the Ravu situation happened, there's plenty of connections and links here, Jacquee, because Rokoika, who's the acting FAICI commissioner, with Ravu, her and the husband were Ravu's lawyer in his fish corruption case. And then now he's their main witness for FAICI. And suddenly, we were bracing because we already heard that one of the key evidence was that they approached Ravu and told him that Manokam Kamida approached Ravu and told him, "Don't worry, Baku Kuatiko, we got this. Barbara will be appointed FAICI commissioner." I mean, that's what the allegation is, and you just stay strong. But again, there's no corroboration. We had been hearing that there were two other ministers that were there that heard it. But once Ravu refused to name them, I think it became an issue. And I think then the prosecution tried to go around it by bringing the diary entry. But I can understand that you can write anything.
Yes, that's right.
Whether it's true or no is questionable. So the no case to answer is now there. It's ruling on August 3rd. A correct lie?
That's right. The resident magistrate, Charles Ratakele, will deliver his ruling on August 3rd at about 2:30 in the afternoon. So this is basically, he's in deliberation now, whether to toss out the case or to say that Manokan Kumida has a case to answer for. We'll know of that when it comes to August 3rd.
All right. Closely,
Yes,
but that trial is now over and is now up in the magistrate's hands. We'll be back with more right after this short break.
Welcome back to the Brunch on MaiTV, and thank you for tuning in. Now, this Saturday, the customary 100-day mourning period for the late former President and Speaker of Parliament, Taukei Naisogolaca, Ratu Epeli Nailatikau, will come to an end.
Traditional ceremonies leading up to the event have already begun, and MaiTV team was fortunate enough to be on Bau Island yesterday to capture some of it. And Lusi was there with Nava, and let's take a look at what they put together.
The Chiefly Island of Bau is preparing to host the hundreds who will converge here on Saturday for the Wakatarai Sulu for the former president and Taukei Naisogolaca Ratu Epeli Nailatikau. Yesterday, the women of Bau, under the guidance of their elders, performed the Nduki, an important customary ceremony that paves the way for Saturday's Wakatarai Sulu to be held on the Chiefly Island. The Nduki is one of the key traditional observances during this period of mourning and reflects the care taken to uphold the customs and protocols of the Vanua. On Saturday morning, the first traditional presentation will be made by a delegation from the Asana Lau, led by its paramount chief, Ratu Tevita Uluile Mara, before the formal ceremonies begin. The presentation reflects the long-standing traditional relationship, a bond that has endured through generations of shared history and customary obligations. As the brother of Andikoela Mara Nailatikau, the Tunayao joins the wider family in honoring the life and legacy of Ratu Epeli, demonstrating the strength of family during the time of remembrance. Tunitonga and Matanibanua Aisea Jacquee said the coming ceremonies will be a special time of observance as Bau continues to honor the late Ratu Epeli in accordance with the customs and protocols of the Vanua.
Duki ni tambutu na wai. Klani ndo sa tukana bagsa tira mai mbale na turanga mai Naisogolaca President Bogadengu nonra mbuluoti do retirutuna linga tambu to salande wai. To lande wai ya tonge tambe mea sa tambu na wai. Na wala turanga go ngua bagaduranga bertona turanga. Se bertona marama.
Ceremonies and occasions such as this make you stop and appreciate the richness of our culture and traditions. In a world that continues to move at an ever-increasing pace, they remind us of the importance of slowing down to honor our elders and the customs that have shaped our identity for generations. They remind us that tradition is not something to simply remember, but something to live by.
Yo, vai tabi kedena, anian, lenian kora chungwa we. Wilikina, wirna pakawati mai. Wirna chuko saranga vale, embau na ngone akorandonia, singa monita ke kina na kena pakamadala taki. Pōmavel teke na tambu, ka me na vaka, ni vochuka e vida na singa. Runa singa me danga na duki, ando chuka na tambu. E bimbi tong na tambu ya. E na kanga se non rivala vaka moira na me turangar salian, kito vakanda muri-muri. Sindra kavu kito mbitelo mai.
The Whakatare Sulu focus remains not only on honoring the life and service of Ratu Epeli, but also on celebrating our living culture, strengthening the Vanua, and inspiring future generations to protect Fiji's rich traditional heritage. As Saturday's 100-night ceremony approaches, Bau prepares to close the chapter of mourning and step forward together. On the Chiefly Island of Bau, I'm Lusi Banuve.
This is a great report, a great package put together. Lucy and Nada.
Beautiful captures.
That was wonderful. And Lucy's been doing some great reports from
She has been.
from the funeral and
Yes.
then on to today. So we're joined now by Lucy herself. Hi, Lucy. Yandra.
Morning, Lucy.
So, you know, I like the perspective that you put there and, you know, maybe just translate some of the things that Mr. Komaitai said that, you know, about the tambu, about what it entailed in there, you know, what was actually what he's saying that, that was being observed.
He just explained Stan that after the funeral on Bau Island, there was a traditional tambu on the waters, and what took place yesterday was the lifting of the tambu. And he was also explaining that the lifting of the tambu was carried out by the women of Bau. Women of Bau, women who were married into families on Bau. And that was what we also saw yesterday. You know, the coming together of these groups of women, and then they went into the waters, the Waisiliva waters that Bau is known for, in different spots around, you know, around the frontage of the island, where they carried out these, where they, you know, they did their, if you saw on the video, they were in circles, and they decided, and then they started to do the ceremonies that that is carried out during these rituals.
I like the, you know, when he talked about that they were just following what the elders, what the former chiefs had done. They're not introducing anything new into all it. And, you know, your point about the richness of our culture and it's being done, you know, like we are all here busy in Suva, but it's really proud and profound.
How they preserve
preserving tradition there and keeping it going.
Yeah.
It was must have been special to watch that, Lucy.
It was very special. To just see everything was done, you know, meticulously. People listened, you know, and when the chiefs arrived to sit at the shed before the women went out, I mean, everything was just done, you know, kept the time, everything was followed, because for these women that went into the Nduki, there were some restrictions placed, you know, from Monday. There were some taboos that they themselves had to adhere to before the ceremony yesterday. So before they went into the waters yesterday, he asked the ladies again, if any of you have broken this, then, you know, we cannot have you doing this, because that will mean there will be no catch, you know, when they go out. So yesterday, you know, there was catch, there was, and so, you know, the ladies had, you know, vowed that they had kept to the tambu that was required of them on Monday to be able to do the nduki yesterday.
Yeah, so that's interesting and profound what happened yesterday. So what's going to happen on Saturday on the Whakatare Sulu? What will the ceremony entail on Saturday?
Stan, on Saturday morning, we were told yesterday by the Tunitonga that the first, and also mentioned in the story, the first delegation to arrive is the Tuinayao. So they're coming at around, they're going to Bau at around 8 o'clock, and then they will do the traditional sevu and everything that that they will need to do there before the service, the church service at 10 a.m. After the church service, and then they will carry on with the Whakatare Sulu on the village ground at on the island of Bau, and that essentially is what will take place to lift the tambu to commemorate the 109th of passing of the late President and Taukei Naisogolaca. What the Tunitong also mentioned, that while it's a very closed and personal ceremony, people are going to come because they've sent out invites, and the people of Bau have heeded the call. They've even come from overseas to observe this very special celebration and commemoration.
Commemoration, and I understand usually afterwards is a celebration of life. Can you explain really what is the Vakataresulu?
The Vakataresulu is when, so for example, what they told us yesterday is Andy Quayla, the spouse of the former president, will be, she will go to a family on Bau to the Taukei Naisogolaca, and her daughter Ilaitia will be dressed also traditionally, and they will present her. They will take her to the residence of the Vunivalu at Mataiwelangi. Once they go there and present themselves, then they will come back to the village green, and that signals the shedding of the traditional mourning garments, being in black, and that signals that life also returns to normal on Bau. One thing the ladies were happy about is they said yesterday, now we can go fishing. Now we can go and, everything returns to normal now because it's 100th night of Taresulu.
Very well explained, Lucy. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
thanks so
a
much
great
for that,
outline,
Lucy.
and proud of our culture.
Very proud.
It's a rich culture
proud.
that
Yes.
that we have in Fiji, and especially on Bau Island, the Chiefly Island, historical island. So look forward to that. Look forward to the photos, and it's really amazing photos that's coming out of, and footage that's coming out of Bau. We'll be back with more after this short break. Stay with us. In the media, we are not supposed to be biased. We're supposed to be neutral. But here at MaiTV, our editorial policy, we always support the Fijian Drua. We are biased that way. So Tumbitila, Kolora, and the Fijian Drua ladies, we are totally behind you, and we wish you all the best on Saturday.
Girls, you worked so hard for this. I wish you nothing but the best this Saturday.
Wishing our Fijian and Drua all the best in their final games this week. For Fijiana, toson Drua, toson!
All the best, girls. Your energy is unmatched. Go grab what's yours. Toson Drua.
Naka, wishing all our Drua women all the best for their home final preparations this week. Toson Drua, Sotanimba.
From the MaiTV team, we wish you all the best. Toson Drua, toson.
Klavanaka, wishing our women's Drua team all the best for this Saturday's game. And to be honest, you guys have done tremendously well. We love you guys, we'll support you. Toson Drua, toson.
Just sending a lot of well wishes to our Fijian Drua women. All the very best with your upcoming game. Not that you need it. You're all queens, and we're all so very proud of you. Wonderful journey so far, and only the best is yet to come.
Covering you girls this season has been an absolute privilege. I've loved telling your stories. So, as you prepare for Saturday, prepare for the grand final against the Waratahs, I wish you nothing but the best, just like my colleagues have done. So for Saturday, Toson Drua.
I love that.
That was nice.
That was beautiful. I mean, not to be biased or anything.
Yeah. I was actually wondering whether it was a good idea, because as a news team, we're supposed to stay. In the end, I just, there's no other way around it. It's better we just be upfront who we support.
True. That is so true. And for those of you who missed that and probably caught the tail end of it, that was the MaiTV wishing the McDonald's Fijian Drua women's team all the very best for tomorrow's game.
Yes, and now they'll play a historic first home Super W final at the 4-hour stadium in Bau.
And joining us now to tell us more is none other than Fijian Drua General Manager Commercial, the one and only Hussein, ladies and gentlemen.
Bula Shane.
Bula Shane, thanks so much for joining us again this morning.
The anchor of the Drua, that's what I call him now. Yeah.
Always a pleasure. Well, if the Drua needs me to be the anchor stand, I am happy to be whatever it takes to bring the victory.
Yeah, I'm debating whether to call you the anchor or the chain for the Drua. I know we can maybe call him the chain, the rope.
Well, if
Anyway,
I'm the anchor,
what
you have to be the chain, Stanley.
we can't see you. Where's Johnny? Where's the okay? The big final coming
final
up.
tomorrow.
Big moment for the women. You know, amazing for them to be playing the final year. How's the preparations going, Shane?
Uh, Thanks, Stan and Jackie. Preparations are going really well. We've been trying to keep the girls calm all week, but you can see that it is grand final week. It's a week like no other, so the excitement is quite high in the camp. We had a sort of a match day 23, a bit of a photo for the papers tomorrow. Tomorrow we did it today, and they all were jazzed for it and they're dressed up for it, which is nice. And but we got handed the Super Rugby Women's Champions Trophy yesterday as part of the post-match presentation that we are helping Rugby Australia with. So you can see it's here for your viewers, for viewers of the brunch. Stanley doesn't give actual food for brunch, but I brought the trophy. So
So, it was a quick turnaround because you last week you didn't know whether you'd be hosting it or no. I mean, we believe in our women, but you had to. So there's a quick turnaround. What had to be done to be ready for Super W final?
quite a bit, Stan. Just had to get obviously the venue arrangements ready. There's quite a few extra requirements when you host the grand final. So the first thing that fans will see tomorrow when they come to buy is instead of one big screen, there's got to be two because the referee and the TMOs talk, and the referee needs to run to the nearest big screen to see a replay of some whether there's a try or whether there's a foul or whatever. So that's the first test. We had to get customs clearance for this trophy here, and it cost a little bit of money, but that's all right. It's important that we do that. All those really logistics issues and things that no one sees, get the ground organized, the bands like for show who are performing in bar all again for the first time. All those very, very exciting things. So there's a lot of hard work. Half the team from the Drua are in bar at the stadium right now, the 4-hour stadium in bar right now, getting the venue ready, manager, putting the post-match presentation requirements together. You have coal sparks and music, lights, fireworks, the whole shebang. So a little bit different to any other match, Stanley.
Nice.
So Shane, with the game happening tomorrow, for those who have yet to buy their tickets, do you have anything to share with them?
Yes, Jackie. We really encourage fans. This is a historic moment. It's not just for the Drua. It's for the country. Never before have we had a chance to host a Super Rugby Grand Final and trust the women to be the first ones to do it. So I always say a lot of responsibility always seems to fall on the shoulders of our women in the country, and they're the ones who actually stand up and take it on. So it's very, very exciting. It's a very exciting time. You've got to be part of history because it's never happened before. Tickets are just $5, $10, and $15. We'd love to have you in bar. Bitil actually wrote a letter and then we put it up on our socials and a few other. You'll see it floating around on Facebook and Instagram. That's from the captain herself, someone who's literally bled for the country on the field. We would want as many people in Bar as possible. We want to pack out the stadium. So please come on down to the Forest Stadium in Bar and help the girls towards a historic Super Rugby Women's title.
What a journey. This has been quite a journey. And when you mentioned Bitil and the history, it really has been a lot of effort and commitment for Fiji women. And, pinch yourself sometimes, where they've reached.
Yes.
And we were thinking, you were discussing yesterday with Lucy, the women who all started it, the journey that came, and then to see this group of young women take it to that next level, honor that sacrifice and commitment from the amateur days to where we are now, and to Shane and the rest of the management team and the Fiji Rugby Union, who's setting the landscape now for the women to come in, the treatment that they're getting, the recognition that they're getting. Shane, it's I'd say win or lose, it's a really huge moment for Fiji.
It is, Stan. If it's, I get emotional thinking about, Stan and Jackie, to this day, when we post content of the women. There are some in the crowd in the comment section to this day saying rugby is not your sport. Go back to the kitchen. This is not your place. And it's something some for some that mentality hasn't changed, even though the times have progressed so much. But I gotta hand it to these young women and the senior girls who are in there as well. They just brush it off. They've been dealing with it most of their lives. People have been all their lives. People have been telling them you can't do this and you can't do that, and all of their lives they've been proving these people wrong. And so tomorrow is yet another chance for girls to grab hold of glory and for Fiji, and show those who don't believe in them to say, well, girls get it done.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That is just so beautiful, and all the best.
All the very
to
best.
them
yes.
tomorrow. Whatever, they're champions already. Super
Yes,
champions.
we're
second
all
row.
behind them, cheering them on.
Huge fan. And
Thank you so much,
Toson
guys. I appreciate
Rotoso.
the support of MaiTV. You've been amazing, and we really want to thank the girls. They watch all the content you guys put out. They watch all the stories. They see the brunch, the clips of it that you do put out on Facebook, and I know that they are really appreciative of the support that MaiTV gives them. And again, it's the women of MaiTV who lead the way, and I'm really, really grateful for Lusi, Jacquee, all the team, the entire team. Thank you so much. Just not Jamie, because he doesn't really do anything.
And Stan, they're just stand-ins,
Yeah.
they just help us out.
Remember,
He just looks pretty.
biggest supporter here. But all the best,
much,
Shane,
all
and
the best
yeah.
to you all. Ba is going to come alive tomorrow.
Yeah.
Very excited to see
Let's
all
go
the
on
footage from it.
that journey. What an
Yeah.
amazing this one will be.
It will be.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Shane. Have a great day.
Naka.
Thanks, team.
So, as I mentioned earlier, MaiTV's Johnny Temuse, who we know as Johnny King, is currently
King,
in
yes.
Auckland, New Zealand, seconded to Pacifica TV for the duration of the Commonwealth Games. Mula Johnny?
Mula vinaka Stanley and Jacquee.
Yana Vinaka, Johnny, you look fresh.
Yeah, so where are you? Well, what's the place? This is Sky, is it TVNZ or where are you?
Yes, I'm currently at Sky. We are based at the Sky office as well. As you know, today was day 0 of the Commonwealth Game. We started our shift last night because of the time difference with Glasgow. So we were at work from 10 last night. We're knocking off this morning, but I stayed back just to do this live cross, and then we're calling it a day. And then we're starting again at night just because of the time difference.
But Johnny, can you just explain to the viewers what you're doing there? Who are there? What's happening? The Commonwealth Games, obviously, we know the opening ceremony is today, I believe.
Yes.
And what you and the team doing there?
Yes, so basically, I'm privileged enough to be part of this team that Pacifica TV brought across in partnership with Sky. As you know, that Commonwealth Game is going on, and the official Pacific broadcaster is Pacifica TV, but we're based here at Sky because the feed are all coming here. And I'm privileged enough to have accompanied by 2 wonderful video editors, Wari from PNG, Kata from Tonga Broadcasting Commission, and Melly as a reporter from FBC. And I'm here leading the team as the producer for the Commonwealth Pacific centric highlights that we're producing out of the Commonwealth Game, telling the stories of our Pacific athletes, 11 countries, and 4-member team, not including Paul, who's gonna arrive at the end of this weekend, and Tia from Pacifica TV.
So Johnny, what's happening is the footage from Glasgow comes to Sky.
Sky.
You guys pick out the Pacific
Yes.
content and cut it for us in the region, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Stanley. So Sky gets the 8 feed, which is called the Gold feed, and one of the feed is also distributed through Pacifica TV, and it's our job here to scroll through all the feed that's coming in, look for Pacific athletes who's performing in different games, and basically cut out the highlights. We package a 55 minutes program that will air in the afternoon, every afternoon, just before the TVNZ news.
Great. So we can maybe we'll try and get that to show on MaiTV. 55 minutes is a lot to fill, and but I know that's a good team there.
Oh,
You have
yes.
from the region, great experience.
For all of you, that is a wonderful experience, great opportunity for Pacific Media.
And we look forward to seeing what's what comes out, the content that comes out. Please, and I think the Pacific will do well.
Really well.
What's in the planning? What's some of the spots you're looking out to cut for Pacific content?
So as of day 0 today, there were only bowls, which is bowling, that happened. So we had a player from Fiji as well that played in the single. He went into a draw. There were 2 Tongan athletes as well. One was a single, which he lost, and there was a double women's, which was also a draw. So today was only bowling that you can catch the highlight this afternoon, and also the opening that just ended, that was opened by the King himself, King Charles.
Wow. This is the beauty of the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
You get to watch some of these sports that you like bowling and just watch some
What's
of our
your
people in
favorite
action.
sport to watch?
Well, rugby.
Apart from rugby?
I watch all sports. I really love all sports. Even cricket. In fact, cricket, but it's not in the Commonwealth Games. But I even want to be a cricket commentator at one time. But I look forward to also, Johnny. Obviously, we should be doing well, or should be competitive in the weightlifting and powerlifting.
Yes, yes, Stanley. We were doing few of the stories yesterday, profiling players. Majority of our Pacific Islands, most of the athletes are weightlifters that are coming out of Tonga, Samoa, even PNG, Niue. A majority of these athletes are weightlifters.
All right.
And also boxing. Boxing. We should not keep out boxing. Yes.
So exciting. Commonwealth Games every 4 years. So we look forward to that content coming up. And thank you, Johnny. And amazing flying the flag for MaiTV and for Fiji there. Thank you, Johnny. And get some rest. And we look forward to seeing the content.
Yeah, we'll catch up with you next time.
Stay with us. The brunch will be right back.
Guys, no sorry, Value City, kids clothes are $2 for this week. So look, I got some puffer jacket and stuff, $2. Adult clothes are $3. Bags and bed sheets and stuff, they're all half price with shoes. Come on down to Value City. Model call for PIA in Namaka. So you go. This is not sponsored, but I just want to show you guys. Whoever's looking for work, there you go. Taking place this Thursday. Today is Tuesday. So there you go, guys. Please send through your email or DMS directly. So go to PIA Facebook and message them. Again, this video is not sponsored. All the best.
Welcome back to the brunch on MaiTV, and those videos you just saw were from content creator Asena Stark.
Interesting content.
I absolutely love her. Came across her content a few months ago, and I just thought it was very different because we see, content creators cooking, showing the family, but what she was doing is she helps out a lot of mothers, a lot of women who may be busy at work, people who are looking for job opportunities, learning opportunities, personal development opportunities. She finds all this information and she just posts about it. And I think it just led one thing to the next. When there's a sale, when there's something people have been looking for and not able to find it, and she comes across it, boom, you're going to get a video from Asena Stark.
That's really great because, really great to have these people. I like the content of people who go out and look for things and let us know about it.
And
because we don't know what's out there.
We're not in town
We're
every
not in
other
town
day.
every other day, but just seeing even things like at
Value City. I
and
love what she found.
so interesting. I really love those kind of content content creators that really go out of their way, and it's almost greater information,
yes,
education, and inspiring.
It's across the board.
Across the
it's
board,
not just one niche thing. There's a video of hers that went viral where she went on. She took the time to show viewers to get onto the Harvard Business School page, and then took them through the free courses, and of course it's not accredited, but for self-development purposes, you take the course for free, you learn something new, you add it to your CV, just personal development and so much more. So, Asena Stark.
Well, I'm also told that Asena lives in Nosori, but is in Nandi at the moment to support her sister that's participating in the Mbula Festival pageant.
And we're lucky enough to have her join us live this morning from Nandi. Yamdravinaka Mbula Asena.
Mbula guys.
Yeah, love your content.
Absolutely love your content. Asena, it feels very authentic and relatable. Was there a moment when you realized creating content had become more than just a hobby?
Well, at first, I was just doing it for a hobby purpose. But when people reached out to me through messages on Facebook and on TikTok, and they were asking me to post more on some other products, especially like the recent a recent message that I received was from a mom. She's 9 months pregnant and and her stomach is so heavy she was not able to go out and look for baby clothes. So a lot of people have reached out, and that's when I realized, oh, this is not a hobby anymore. I feel like I'm at a service for them, to help them. And a lot of people have been commenting like, oh man, we are working, like Jacquee mentioned, like you don't have time to come out. So a lot of people have mentioned they are working, they don't have time. When they have their day off, I think it's easier for them to just go directly to the shop and buy rather than go and look for the shop. So that's it. I think it's a sense of being of service rather than being of hobby. I mean, being part of being a hobby. That's it.
I had a glance at your page. One thing I liked was the range. How do you choose, which ones that you post, or sometimes when you're wanting to post, you wonder, will this resonate? Will this get people to watch? How do you? What have you discovered? What do people like to watch, or what makes you choose what you put out?
Well, I see the needs of our society. I see, like, for example, the youth, right? Youth, some of them, they do not have work. Some of them are not working or are not furthering their education and stuff like that. Or some of them, I want to open or start a business. Because for me, I run a small business. I'm also working. I am a mom. And on my free time, this is when I do the videos. So the most important thing is I plan it out, right? I plan it out. I put a plan. I figure out, okay, this is the shop that I'm going to visit in Osori. This shop, this shop, this shop, this shop. And on my day off, I make all those videos, like 5 videos in a day. And then I edit it and then I put it on my draft. Or I go on Facebook to schedule the posting. That way, throughout the week, it just posts itself. Or I just click on my draft and post, while I'm working. Because I work from home, so I'm my own boss. And that way I save time. And I plan strategically, I think I would say. Basically just that. Oh my gosh, I talked too much.
Oh, that's
Thank
fantastic. That's some real insight, because I think for a lot of people, they think content creation is very easy. It's the first thing is getting past the self-doubt and the self-criticism, getting past that first. And then going through the process, and you fully explained that to us, the scheduling, the choosing what type of content to put out. Just amazing.
This is the first time someone's given an insight into the
given
process.
us a full insight into the process.
And someone who kind of mastered it.
That's right.
And I see a lot of the content is Nosori. Nosori is a very interesting place. So a lot of content there. I can just explain what it is, that makes your content rich, you feel that people relate to.
Well, like I've mentioned, they relate to a lot of things, right? Like it can be, I think now, like with the rise in price of food and everything, I think people are looking for a cheaper alternatives, like for example, one of my videos that went viral was the new Homeland page where they were having their $2 sale, right? Basin, lights, everything was $2. So I think people were able to budget because I mean it's very expensive nowadays, to be honest, right? With food and everything. So I think they relate through that. If you're able to do budgeting, if you're able to go through those certain um, money, what can I say? Probably just budgeting. Yeah, sorry. Basically just that.
You know, one of
Yeah.
the videos, Stan, it really caught my eye. She had just posted it. She basically told home, you know, anyone who was interested in doing gardening at home, small, you know, gardening or starting up a gardening business. She went looking for the ministry, one of the ministries, one of the government, agriculture, that they had a fund going and for people to apply to it. And she did a whole video on step by step. This is what you have to do.
It's well done.
One of your great videos, one of the many.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
I think people look for like the things that's quality
Yes.
at an affordable price.
Yep.
And also things that give them a new experience. You know,
Yeah.
like I'd say some of those videos, oh, we can do that.
Yes.
If you're showing someone how to do something,
Yep.
you know, most likely they'll get into it. So
You break it down so well, explain it really
Thank
easily
you.
for someone to understand. You
love
know.
the content.
Yeah,
that's
so
great.
Asena, for someone in Fiji who's thinking about becoming a content creator but is too nervous to start, what's the one piece of advice you'd give them?
Don't be nervous. At first, I was nervous, you know. I think the reason why I was nervous, I was scared because in Fiji, when you post something, they tend to attack you, you know. And I was like, oh my gosh, should I do this or no? But then I just did it. I told myself, okay, I'm just gonna do it and see what will happen. And then I start. And then, you know, there is a great reminder from my grandfather's brother, who was on the Cops of Fiji ad like many months ago. His name is Live, and in that ad, he mentioned, you never know, you might strike another luck. So I always put that at the back of my mind, you know, just post. Maybe I will get more views and stuff like that.
Great
Yeah.
stuff.
Fantastic,
So basically-
Asena. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for taking the time to join us this morning. And we just wish you all the very best with your content creation. And we hope to see more, and we can't wait to see
Yeah,
more.
and all the viewers
Yeah.
tune in. There's some really good content. As
Find her
opposed
on
to some of the
TikTok.
plenty of the other rubbish that's on our
That's
TikTok
true.
right
There's
now.
so much rubbish.
And you know, you made a great point about there's always going to be someone or some people in Fiji who come
Yeah.
in with this negative. There's something wrong with people's heads.
Yeah.
Because even the most positive posts, I'll come in and there'll be somebody there
Who will
saying
be the
something
Debbie
negative.
Downer.
Yeah, there'll be, but it's great. Just keep on moving, keep moving forward,
Yeah.
and you will never know. You might strike another luck. Okay? So
Exactly.
that's it.
Thanks so much, Asena. Have a great weekend.
Thank you,
Yeah, all the
Jacquee.
best
Thank
to,
you, Stan.
is it her sister?
Your sister, right?
participating
It's your
in the-
sister in the Bulla Festival.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the very best to
Yes.
her. We're wishing her nothing but the best.
Thank you.
All
Thanks
right.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you so
Mode.
much,
Thank
guys.
you for joining us.
Binata, Mr. Mode.
Mother. Now to our weekly poll question.
And we're asking if you could persuade the next government to completely fix just one major infrastructure issue. Remember, only one. During their term, which would you choose?
Okay, let us know what you think by answering the poll question that is pinned on the top of the MaiTV Facebook page.
Well, time has caught up with us, as it always does, but we hope you've enjoyed the show today.
Thank you for joining us this morning for the brunch. I'm Stanley Simpson.
And I'm Jacquee Speight. Have a great, blessed weekend. Drive safely. Don't drink and drive. Practice safe sex. Be kind, Fiji.